Namaste and Savadi. If you're an Indian planning a trip to Thailand as a tourist, you're in the right place. Today, we'll be discussing about the visa application process for Indians. Welcome to Wonderjoy. So in this video, let us first go through quickly the types of visas that are available for Indians. Something like the transit visa if you have a layover in Thailand, or you have your tourist visa, the most common one. You have a long-term visa or a retirement visa that is also available. You have work or business visa, you have student visa, you have smart visa for entrepreneurs, and you also have visa for people who are traveling to visit their family in Thailand. So for this video, let us just focus on the tourist visa and how this process entails. So let us talk about the eligibility for an Indian to travel to Thailand. I think one of the most important thing is that you have your passport and that it is at least valid for the next 6 months, and it doesn't expire every 6 months. Secondly is that you are in good health and there's no conditions that can stop you from traveling to Thailand. Apart from these two, you need to have certain documents that will be required for the applications, and let us have a look at it in detail. Now, first and foremost is going to be your flight ticket, a to and fro flight ticket. Make sure that you have a copy of this with you, because if you're going through the express one, you will be asked to upload it, and if you go through the visa on arrival, that is physical one, you will have to submit it or probably show it to the officials there. And the second one is your stay, a confirmation from the stay. Basically, go for a good hotel or resort that will give you a documentation that is in the format required by the Thai officials. Apart from these two, you will need the scan copy of the first and last page, the ones that have your photo and the address given. And you may be required to also stick the passport size photo if you're going for visa on arrival. Okay, so now let us talk about the two major types of tourist visas available for Indians that are traveling to Thailand. First one being the express one is e-visa on arrival, which for short is e-VOA, and the other one is visa on arrival. So for Indians that are traveling to Thailand, you have the facility of getting the visa on arrival. Now, good part is if you do go through the option of visa on arrival, you will be paying lesser. And for e-visa on arrival, because it is express, you would be paying a premium. Now, there are 2-3 websites from where you can get e-visa on arrival. First and foremost being the Thai embassy. This is the official website, and as of today, the cost that you would be paying is 82 USD, which roughly translates to 2,800 rupees. And if you go through an agent, depending on the commission that they charge, you will be paying maybe 2,500 2,600 rupees. So the good part with agent is that they are taking care of everything, so it is their headache. You put in the documentation and it's their headache. They will get the approvals done. Now for Thai embassy website, you will need to be patient. You may end up spending 3 to 10 days for it to come to you, and then you may have to go back and forth depending on how clear your application is. Now, of course, having said that, this is all done beforehand, you are going to have peace of mind and you will be completely free of doubt that when you land in Thailand, you will already have the visa in hand. Now, for visa on arrival, because you're paying a lower cost, and for the most part, people know about visa on arrival only. So you would see that the lines or the queues are bigger, and you will have to wait in line, and you will have to present all the documentation. You may have to answer questions that the officials ask at the airport, and you must be ready in general with all your documentation. So previously I was telling you about e-visa on arrival and visa on arrival, both of which allow you to stay in Thailand for around 15 days. So can you extend it, you ask? And from what I hear from the officials and local people, the Thai government has become very strict. They do not entertain the idea of extension, though if you have a visa on arrival and in terms of medical emergency, you may be given an extension, but it is definitely case on case basis, and you should definitely not take a risk in that regard. Do plan your trip well within 15 days to have a hassle-free trip. Now coming to my favorite part of the video, this is the personal experiences and tips and tricks for you. 1. Book your round trip with a flight that is good, reputable. Maybe something like Thai Airways. So my experience with Thai Airways has been amazing. They were really, really helpful, and in general the facilities available were good. You get food on board. Then for people who are cold like me, they have blankets available. You get in-flight entertainment. So all of this is really good. It's very straightforward. There's no ambiguity over here. Now, apart from the flight, I will also have to mention very, very, very importantly about your booking, the stay. So I ended up booking at a mid-size hotel, and their confirmation receipt was something that was really shady. So I ended up having to go back and forth with the agent, telling them that there has been some issue from their end and we had to sort it out. And thankfully, because I had opted for e-visa on arrival, all of this was done beforehand, and I can only imagine if I had to go through all of this at the airport alone. So make sure you book your stay with a reputable hotel or a resort who have a clear understanding of what format the Thai officials will be expecting. Some tips and tricks for traveling in Thailand. I would say that it is a good idea to travel light. A lot of stores in Thailand will give you the clothes, the iconic clothes that you get for Thailand, and you would want to personally wear that in Thailand because everyone else is also wearing the same. So carry lesser clothes. You will most likely not need it. And for footwear also, the footwear over there is very cheap. It looks good. It is much different than what you would get in India. So go ahead, buy that over there too. Just carry one set of it. That's more than enough for you. And apart from that, if you have to travel in Thailand for some, distances, you can travel through Grab. They are just like our Ola, Uber. They have two-wheeler, that is your bike, and you have car as well. So you can travel through both of those options. They are a little higher side, but when traveling in places or cities like Bangkok, they are your only hope. If you plan on staying at multiple places during your trip, make sure you have a confirmation from each of those places. A quick or a secret tip that I would like to give you is that it is a good idea to book your seat in the flight that is towards the front, because as I experienced, there is usually no stairs provided for the people at the back, And so what ends up happening is that you will be the last one leaving if you have a seat which is towards the back. Most important tip, it's not even a tip now, I think it is well known fact. It is important that you carry close to 10,000 Thai Baht, which is equivalent of 25,000 INR now, because you may be the unfortunate person who will be checked. So to conclude, we spoke about the tourist visa application procedure that one needs to go through if you're traveling to Thailand. We said that it's a 15-day stay. You may have to pay anywhere from 2,000 to 2,800 rupees for the visa. And we also saw the small tips and tricks like choosing reputable accommodation, making sure you sit in the front of the flight to avoid a huge line when going through the immigration and a visa application. And we also spoke about traveling light, of course, and most importantly is that you check any rule and regulation before traveling, because these things change any second.